Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel and to today's daily, which is, of course, tents and trees. It is December 1st. How the heck did it already get to be December 1st? I have no idea. The year's gone by way too quick. Let's get our free coins. Let's jump into this one. We've got some big boy puzzles to work through here. So we're going to start on this one first because it's the smaller ones, and then these guys get pretty big. So we'll go from this direction and we'll go from there. And hopefully we'll get through a good chunk of these guys. So let's get at it. Alrighty, so... Nope, I didn't mean to click you. Let's get through all these guys, see what we can find in here. Corner, so those go away. And we've also got some work we can clean up in here. Do we have anything on these guys we can do? You can't ever be in, and you two can't be either because of our 3. You also can't be in, so that's going to give us the 2 to work with and get rid of you. That's a corner. And did we get, I thought we had something else over there, I guess not. This guy here though says you can't be in, which is going to give us these 2 to work with. You can't ever be in. So we know one of those 2, we know one of those 2, and we know one of these 2. So where's the next little piece that's telling us which one is which? Because you're there, oh, you have to go here. That's what it was. Just didn't see that guy sitting over there. That's going to set off a bunch of these guys. And you. Perfect. Good. Now we get a 10 by 10 before we jump into that next big pack. So, all right, let's go here. Pull all this stuff out. I guess we can just start on this 4. I was going to say I didn't notice anything big enough to work with, but this 4 is going to be good enough. That's going to tell us a few things as well. You have to be in. Does that clear anything else up? I'm not quite sure it does, so let's keep moving then on the cleaning and scanning. Corner, these guys go away. Okay, do these other clues now give us anything? Don't know which one of you 2 is, but we do know one of you 2 is, so you can't be in. That's something at least. Hadn't finished all this work yet, and the 3's not really help. Oh, the 2 down here is what's going to do it. At least it's going to get us going, and this 3 as well is going to tell us a little bit. Get all those guys taken care of now. One of those 2 will be in. This 2 now is going to be helpful. And this guy's going to finalize to get you to finalize. The 1 is done. It's going to push you and you. And the 3 will finish. That now means this guy has to go here, right? 1, 2, yep, that one is correct. Just wanted to make sure. Gotten a little hasty sometimes, and we'll make a incorrect decision there. So put those guys in and we're good to go. All right. Pack completed. Not you. I'm going to go back up to here because we have a 16 by 16 and a 20 by 20 to go through. So let's get on those guys. Let's start with the 6 on the side here and see if we can find something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, we can get rid of multiples at least. So we'll do those. And I don't think there was anything. No, let's go down to this 6 on this end. We might have a little bit more work. Yeah, this guy is just a given, so that's where we need to go. Perfect. Put those in, and we'll start tearing this thing down. Now, you're there, you were there, you were out. You guys are all out. I'll do a little bit of cleanup while I'm over here. I don't think we can say which one of these 2 is good to go just yet. Okay, let's try to find something else. We've got a 5. We've got a couple of 5s spread out, but they don't really look at first blush like they're telling us a whole lot. At least not that I could see right away. Yeah, so let's do a little cleanup and see if that helps, though. Because there's plenty we can do in here. We just got to focus on doing it. Let's get all this stuff out of here. And all of you. Good. Anything else in here that I'm missing or can see? Yeah, there's a couple pieces I didn't see over there. And here, okay. Well, let's now try to dig into this guy, see if we can find a good place to get rolling. Not you. No. No, none of these guys. So maybe it's something going up and down. If not, we'll come back to look for just anything that's just sitting there we can get rid of. to maybe narrow the field down. No, not you. No. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we can do a little bit of work here. Get rid of these guys. Can we do more with that? That's the question. I don't know that we can. But that might be enough for this 5. Yeah, there it is. That was the little bit of info we needed, or reduction of info, if you will, to get moving on these guys. One of those 2 will be in, so you're out. This 2 now says you're out. 3, 4, 5, 6. It gets rid of you, at least for the 5. And did we clear anything in here where they just have some givens? It doesn't look like it, does it? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not on you. 1, 2, 6 on you still. There's got to be something in here that we cleaned up that we can get rolling. I don't know about that one. Nope, not you yet. What about this 5 now? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there it is. Just had to get to this 5 over here now. Let's do this whole chunk of cleaning. Now the 3 should be good to go. It is. That's going to tell us to get into here. Don't want to hastily say this one has to be in. Let's see if we can make that as a proof or not. You're there. We don't know really which ones go where. You are there though, so this one does have to take that. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Plus we had that 5 there too. That would have told us something more. Okay, now we can go through this and maybe see if we can get something down here. You're there, you're there, you're there, you're there, you're there, you're there. So yes, you are in. Good. That's going to tell us what's going on with these guys. And cleaned up all that stuff. One of these and one of these has to be in for that 3, but doesn't look like we can pick either one of those out. Okay, go back to scanning. Hopefully you find something. I think we had something here. Maybe not. We were getting this 4 down almost to the point where we can work with it, but because we know only one of these 2 can be in, but that still doesn't really tell us what these options are. Was there something? Oh, here we go. There's a corner right there we can work with. That's going to tell... we got this guy here, but it didn't tell us what I wanted to over there. Which is what I was trying to dig into. What else can we say? Okay, maybe we have to go back up and down. You can't ever be in. That's now a corner, which pushes you. That's now a corner. Okay. Again, just trying to find little bits and bobs here. What about 2, 3, 4, 5? Now you can't be in. Actually, we can do more on this 4. Because we can get rid of that guy, we know one of these 2 is in only, so the rest of these have to be. That's going to tell you guys. Okay. That's there. One of those 2 is in for the 1, so you can't be, which forces you to be in. We don't quite know if this is a 2 spot or if that goes there. Again, we know one of those 2 has to be in. You're not quite there, but this 1 is slightly helpful because we get rid of you. 6, we don't quite know. Oh, wait, what? So it's 3, because they had the exact same situation. I just noticed again. One of these, only one of those can be in, plus that one, so this one is in. And it didn't still quite tell us what we wanted. Okay. Let's try to find something else to work with. You can't be in because of the 3. What else has been pared down? Anything? No, none of you guys look like you're there, and I don't see anything crashing out up here, so let's go back to the drawing board. There's going to be something we can get into on one of these guys. No, not you, not you. Not you or you. Again, we already know one of those 2. Don't know about you just yet. The 1's not quite there. The 5's not quite there. This one's not quite there. Those guys are not. 6. No, that's still not quite there. Okay. Let's go back again. I guess I must have missed something. One of those 2, one of those 2. Oh, duh. I'm just staring at it. It's this guy's seeing this guy. duh. These guys go away. That's in. That's going to set all this stuff off now, probably. Yeah, that's certainly helpful. Okay. A little bit of blindness there. It happens. Get rid of you and put you in. Now let's see what we've got in front of us. You can never be in, so you are the final one. You also have to be in, which forces you. I must have missed a couple of obvious or little things that couldn't have ever been there and just weren't using them properly. These guys have to go. You can't be in anymore. You can't be in anymore. This guy is the one. Just like Neo, you guys are all in. This is 2. You gotta go away. You gotta go in. That forces this one, which puts you in play. You are done, which is gonna force you and you, which is gonna finish that 6, which should finish the 4. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, get to that 20 by 20. It should be a fun one to look through. Alright, we've got 7s and 8s. We got a 0 in the middle here. Let's click that first. And let's just run with what we can do, because we're going to have a couple of things in here, but maybe that's going to peter out pretty quickly. It is, yeah. Actually, we can keep going, can't we? Yeah, because you can never be in, because it would break one of those two, so that forces you and you. That's going to push you in. I know we probably have givens over here, but whether you work on a given over here or a given over here, they're both givens, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's move on then, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. Let's go to this 8. That's a corner, that's a corner. Clean up all this stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, the 8's a gimme. At least for parts of it at this point. You're out. You then have to be in. You're out. And both of you can't be. You can't be, so you're in. So just one of those two left over. I don't think we can say which one. So let's go to this 8 down here and see if he tells us another story. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So not necessarily. We can also start doing some cleanup while we're down here. Let's get rid of this stuff because we don't need them. Okay, all of this goes away. I think I am going to kind of push through this a little bit for the cleaning because we have so much stuff going on. It'll help to clear out the vision. What about this 6 now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we can pop a couple of those in and see what that does for us. It's going to tell us you, and we don't know which one of those two goes where, making sure we didn't have anything that's just given. Not that I see. You can't ever be in because of what you do. Now, why did I get rid of this? Oh, I think that was because of the 8. Yeah, because you couldn't have both of those. So that forces these two to be in. And you. And you. Wait. Nope. I've messed something up. Because that don't work. What I just did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How did I get to this stage? If you couldn't be in, I think I might have just misclicked something. Because we now have 8. Now that doesn't work. Okay, I did mess something up. Let's go back a little ways. I must have miscounted on that 8 down there. So let's go back to that point. Or I just misclicked something when I was doing the quick cleanup. That's very possible as well. So let's go back to this stage. You're there. You have to be in. One of those two is in. Okay, fresh start now. Let's go back and make sure we're not messing things up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can't ever be in. Why did I get rid of this guy? No, that was the bad logic. I'm just being really dense on that one. For some reason, I was getting rid of you. That's not the case at all. Okay. Wow. A little bit of a brain fart there. Let's go back into our cleanup. And now that we've returned from La La Land, we can maybe make some better decisions. All right, let's do the cleaning, and then we'll get back at it. You could never be in. You and all of you guys. You can go away. I wonder if this 7 gives us anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nah, not really, but we can get rid of all this detritus as we go. So maybe that would punch this 2 open, but it doesn't look like it quite does. Okay, let's keep moving. And then we'll go from there. We've pretty much done it all, so we'll just keep going until we get the cleanup done, I think. Yeah. Now let's focus back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a corner, though. So that's a no-go. All right, you're a corner. And do we have anything more like that? That's just a nice, quick, easy little thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's go back to this 6 and roll with it. Because maybe he was the place to start, and then that will sort all this other stuff out, and I just went the wrong way. And made an incorrect observation that furthered the tragedy. You cannot be in, so you two have to be. And you have to be. Okay, just making sure you're working properly. You're a corner. All right. 4, not you guys. You can't be in because of the 3. Actually, you just couldn't. Oh, wait, this one was the one that I clicked on. I thought I clicked on that one. Goodness gracious. Anyway, each of these pairs has to have one of them right. So anything that removes both options will go. Did that tell us anything? Not necessarily. You're not necessarily there. Okay. We'll leave this area alone for a moment, and we'll try to find another way to get a crack at it. Let's see what we got left over. This 1 up here is now cleaned up, so that's going to finish our 8. That's now a corner. It's still at an 8 spot. 2's not quite there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't be in. I don't think any of you guys have anything serious to work with. 6, no. Okay. Wonder if is just a given in here as well. Feels like something like that would be happening. I don't see any other big groupings, though. Wait, I didn't get rid of you. Why did I not do that? I don't think it told me much, but it's there, so use it, right? What about you? Okay, here we go. This 4. Just had to start looking up and down. I was looking side to side. That guy's done, so these guys go away. Now, what does that do to any of these other guys, if anything? You can't be in. You can't be in. Is that going to give us more information? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can still get rid of these guys. I think I was being a little gun-shy over there. Both of these have to be, and that was the proper way to go about it. I didn't want to use that logic after we went down the wrong road, because I knew that's what it was going to be, but not the way I want to do it, so we went that way. Good. Let's try to find something else now we can work with. What about this 3? We can do it. And the 5, we can work with it. It's going to push you. That's going to give us some run. Corner. Okay. This 5 is done now. Is this 3 good to go? Yeah, we can put something there, and I think that'll finish this 6. So let's put those 2 in and get rid of you. You have to be in. That should give us the finality for the 3, and this 3 as well. Okay. The 6 now is done. The 1 we can't quite work through. 3, 4, 5, 6. We could do a tiny bit here, but that's not massively helpful as far as I can tell. You actually can go away. So that's forcing you in and one of you two, which means you can't be in. Again, keep staring or moving the eyes up to these verticals to find things to work with as well. It's going to give us this 2. That's a corner, which puts you in, takes you out, puts these guys in. And both of you. Good. What else can we... Now you have to be in and you have to be in. And then the 8 is now just done. Good. All right, do we have anything else that's now cleaned up? Let's see. Well, this 2, just saw that guy sitting there. There's a little something. you have to be in. One of those two, the 4 is done, so we can put those in. You are done, so these can go in. The 3 and the 5 are done, which means you are here and you're out. These two have to go. This 4 has to go, the 5 has to go. 2, 3, and 6 have to go, which means this 1 is good. This 3 is now good, the 4 is good, and we're gonna get a couple of more guys done. Good. One of each of these groups, so these guys are out, and that leaves this for the 3, and then finalizes those. You go away. These two must be the last ones. There we go. Alrighty. So we got through that one. Minor little mistake that we figured out fairly quickly. Let's get into this guy, and then we'll do some work on these no grass ones. I'll probably start on the second no grass, because there's a 10 by 10 lurking in that first one, which I might want to avoid depending on what time we have going into it. So we'll see what we can take care of here first. Nope, not you. Let's do some cleaning. I didn't see any big numbers. Maybe this 5, though, is good enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nah. We can get rid of some things. I guess we'll do that while we're here. That's a corner. Let's try looking at some of these other ones as well while we're just kind of scanning around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These two can't be in. Go back to doing some more cleanup, I guess. That's a corner. You can't be in because of what happens to these guys, so that forces all of you in. And that's going to set off a little bit of work there. Okay, let's see, what else did that now tell us? The 4 now is good. One of those two to finalize it. Let's get in here and get rid of some of this other stuff. Good, good, and good. All right, what now do we have? 3, not you. One of those, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we can put those in. These guys can't be in. The 1 will finish then and tell us this one. Don't know which one of you has to be in. We know 2 more of these have to be in, so these 2 can't be. Good. Again, one of those has to be in. We can say you can't be in because of the 2. The 4 we can do some work with. You have to be in. And we still don't know which one of you is, but you're a corner piece. You're a corner piece. Now you are a corner. And not quite there. Let's go back up and down for a second. Yes, you now can go in for that guy. We're just going to force these 2. We know one of those, we don't quite have enough information there to finalize that 1. You can never be in. That's a good one to get rid of. All right, what else do we have? You can never be in, so it's going to force these guys to all do that, and the 2 will go away. All right, what more? What more? No, you're never in, so that's going to tell us this too. Let's get those guys out of the way. Does that give us this 3? It does. Now we might be able to figure out this whole grouping that's going on here. You're there, you're there, you're there, you're there, you and you. So you can never be in, which forces this to 5. That's going to set these guys all off. Good. Let's get rid of everything and move on. You have to be in, which forces you, which forces these guys. All right. The 5 we still can't quite finalize. This 4, we can get rid of these guys. We're just going to tell us what's going on up here now. Good. The 3 is done. That'll push you. And you're out, so you and you. All right, level completed. Let's move on to the last one of this pack. And let's see what we've got. We've got a 5 and a 6 and a 0 to work with. So let's start with our 6, even though it doesn't look like it's going to tell us too much. Yeah, not really. We can get rid of a couple things, but let's go to these 5s for a second. Because this guy down here looks like he could be handy. He is. So these will all be in. We know one of those two will be, so all these are out. All right. Now, does that... pardon me, does that do enough to clean any of these other guys up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It does. Now the 6 has some legs. Out, out, in. Out and out. That forces you to be in. And you. Corner. Corner, in. And we have plenty more here to clean as we go. We know one of those two. Those were... You're never in. You're never in. Feels like, yeah, this guy here can't be in because he'd take up both of those. So that pushes this all in. And you. The 2 is done. You're there, you're there, you're there. It doesn't quite tell us. Let's get some of this stuff out of here. We'll jump back into it. Again, there's tons of stuff we can be removing out here. All right. What now? How about we finish this 5 now? Because these all have to be in. That 5's still not quite there. Is 2s and 3s doing anything for us at the moment? Doesn't quite look like it. What about this grouping? You have to go there, you go there, you go there. So you're out of here. 1, 2. These 2 can't be in because of the 4. All right, let's go this way. This 3, we can put you in. That should set off a bunch of these guys. That's going to finish this 3, it looks like, as well. Good, that 6 is done. The 3 has to be one of those 2, so you can't be. So then this one goes here and gets rid of you. It's going to force these 2. You and you. 4's done. Let's put you in here and you in here. That's a corner. To make sure everything's settled on these guys now. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's go back over here somewhere and see what we can find. You can't ever be in because of the 4, which forces these guys and all of these. Well, not all of them, but a good chunk of them. This 3, though, can go. It should give us the rest of these guys. These guys will both go, so we can plop those in. And we know you have to be the last one. Why is that not right? You. Whenever you have a tree that just doesn't have a tent and it's sitting out in the middle of the open, it's usually just a misclick or something along those lines. So that's what I'm going to go with. All right. So like I said, we've got a 5x5 and a 10x10. I'm going to start here on the 8x8s and see if we can get through those guys. We probably might not get back up to this one, but we're going to give these 2 a try at least. All right. Let's see what we can see. So 1, 2, 3. So these guys will be in. Now 1, 2, 3. Now, this one has to be in. I don't know that we know which one of... Oh, we do, because the 0. Duh. That one has to be in. I think this little cross pattern here now is done. Yeah, it is. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. What about this 3? Because only one of those 2 can be in. And then this one and one of those 2. So this one's going to be in, which forces you to be in. That then says we need one of you 2, and it can't again be you, so it's you. And that's going to tell us you have to be in. This guy just needs one of, oh, the one there's done, so this one is in. What about you? Again, both of these ones are done, so you're in. What about this one? The only place left is right there, which means you and you have to be in to finish. All right, let's see if we can get through this guy. Only one of you 2, and then both of you, so that's going to happen. Now, what's next in line? That's going to be the good question. You can't ever be in, you can't ever be in, but that doesn't really help me too much. Can't say which one of those 2 is necessarily in. What about this 2? Because you guys are actually taken care of, so just... something, I guess it could be both of these 2, couldn't it? Or is that possible? No, that's not possible. Because if you put both of these in, you've got you going here, and then this guy is sharing both of these. So that's not the case. So only one of those can be in, so therefore you have to be in. Now, can we figure out which one of these is which? Yeah, this one here can't be in because it's the exact same concept. Even if this guy's not in, it would take on all three of these, and it can't do that. So you are in. That's going to finish you off. So we know one of you two now has to be in, which is going to tell us there's nothing here, but that doesn't really help us. We know one of you two is in, which means one of those, which doesn't help us too much, but if you take them together, it's like an X-Wing. So one of these two will definitely be in. And of course, we could have also just looked at this and said which one of these goes where, but that's what we do. Okay, now these are all done. So that one's not. One of these two will be in. What about you? You just have to be here. Start there with the easy stuff. Now we have to think about this too. I think. Because one of these two, there's three options though on the two there. And would you say one of these two had to be in? No, I said one of these two had to be in. Okay, I was going to say if it's the other way around, it'd be much easier for us. But what about this guy standing out here in the corner? I guess it just means one of these two has to be in for him. Don't know if that's super helpful for us at the moment, though. Okay, what am I missing? Don't have a clue on this guy, which would have been useful if we did. What about something like this guy? Yeah, I don't think he can be in, can he? Because what if he is in? He goes to you, and that means none of these can be in and none of these can be in. So you're left all alone. So you go here. All right, so that removes these guys. It's either you or you then. What about this guy though here now? Because we have this thing almost surrounded. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. Well, is it actually? No, it's not. Because one of you, it's going to be one of you two. But it could be both of them if we include, but if this guy takes on you. We definitely know this guy takes on one of these two though. And it's very possible it could be both of these, and then this guy takes on him. But what would happen to the one is fine then, I guess. Because if it is both of these two, the one just ends up going here, and then you go here. Now, is there a negative there? I.e., can it be anything other than these two? Because if it isn't, I don't think it can be. We can actually just think about this tree, period. I'm not looking around enough. Where does the tent for this tree go? Well, it can't go here. Or here. So it's going to be one of these two as well. So that's all of these taken. Now the two are taken. So you have to go up here. So it's two of these in some fashion. It's not you, so it is both of you. That then pushes you and you. Okay, we got there in the end. Alrighty, I think that's where we're going to end it. We're at 34 minutes already, so I want to hold it down. I know if I get into this 5x5 and 10x10, I'll probably just be sitting here for another 15 minutes trying to figure it out. So, but we got through a lot of those things. I mean, we did all of these guys. We got through a couple of 8x8s, no grasses or no mows, which is good. That's kind of on the higher limit of ones that I tend to be successful with. So anyway, that was, again, December 1st, Tents and Trees. Hope you all enjoyed it, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.